Hello and welcome. We have a customer's vehicle here, an Audi SQ7, with an EGR problem, which actually 90% of newer cars have or will get. All new vehicles run, yes, I would say almost consistently, with EGR. So older cars always only ran EGR in the partial load range. Newer vehicles run EGR, sometimes across the entire RPM range. Yes, and I don't think I need to explain to you that an EGR valve is crap. This is not scaremongering, but it is important for your engine. Otherwise, if you always keep the EGR valve active, you'll clog up the entire intake manifold. This causes your EGR valve to eventually get clogged and need to be replaced. Among other things, this also ensures that you don't have a fresh air supply. And especially with a diesel, which runs with excess air, you experience power losses because you're not getting enough air. And it regularly happens that we also get engine damage as a result. We should fix this now so that it can't happen. It has already logged an error code because of the EGR valve. I have already read out the data status with AutoTuner. Access was very easy via OBD. I read out the data status in, let me read it exactly, 38 seconds. Yes, what does it say here? 38 seconds, 38.86. Yes, I need to create a file here. My program somehow doesn't want to start. As soon as I started it, now I know why. Yes. When I have AnyDesk open, I can't start certain programs. The programmers among us know which program I mean. We are trying to help the customer here. So, the customer has commissioned us. EGR problem. The whole thing costs between 200 and 300 euros, depending on the car. But you'll be rid of the worries forever. That means if you have such an EGR valve in repair usually costs between 700 to 1,000 euros, depending on the manufacturer. And it depends on whether the part is still in stock. So, for example, Mercedes currently has the problem that if you have a broken EGR valve, it is not available. But I have to say, your operating license is officially expired, and it can't really be registered either. So, that's why we're treading on very thin ice here. You have to sort that out for yourselves. Yes, the topic of emissions testing with a deactivated EGR works, because with a deactivated EGR rate, NOx increases, and NOx is not measured during an emissions test for diesel. We'll see you in the car shortly. So, that makes top score.
Hello? We're going for a test drive now. The check engine light is off now. We're going to test it now.
But show it, so that later no one says, no, it's not off.
Yes, exactly. Yes, but yes, we've flashed it. Some come... Well, it has a massage function.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm getting a massage right now.
How awesome is that?
I should also buy an SQ7. You guys need to buy more, then I can also buy an SQ7.
Treat me to a massage seat.
Brother, if you're a viewer and the manufacturer of massage seats, then write to me for a collaboration.
Recaro is in our village.
Really?
Yeah.
But not the main headquarters.
No, but a proper office seat with a showroom with all the bells and whistles.
Really?
Yes?
I mean, they're really full right now.
It's awesome, right? But I don't have it. But what? What is that?
You don't need it. I pressed it. Completely by accident. I don't know yet. I just adjusted the seat. It doesn't work, but this thing has 435 horses, right? Should we test it out? Or rate it by feel? Why are there so many here? The motorhome season is starting.
Yes.
Look at how many motorhomes are here.
In 3 weeks, we're starting too.
Oh yes. By the way, since the operating permit for this car has expired, we're currently driving on a closed test track.
Wait a minute.
I just mentioned that the repair of an EGR valve probably costs even more, depending on the car. They start at around 700 euros. What I have to say about that is, you have to consider that the thing can break again, or an EGR valve can also cause engine damage, right? So, it's not always just because I deactivate it, because it's bad for the... Yes, indeed. I often deactivate it for people whose valve is already broken, and then they start to inform themselves and realize, oh, this thing is actually useless. Of course. Sometimes you also deactivate the thing for people who simply know that the thing is crap, an EGR valve is crap, so that's how I would do it. But
You've also had the racetrack quite often.
pardon?
You've also had the racetrack quite often.
Yes, exactly, of course. But my personal recommendation is don't do that. So, do it preventively. Do it beforehand. Not when it's already broken, because then it might be that the valve no longer closes properly. Then we deactivate it electronically, but the flap is still half open. And then you have to intervene with the hardware. And another question I regularly get about this. You don't have to install flaps. There are certain vehicles that, regarding EGR, they need a certain EGR rate for the particulate filter regeneration. If you just install a flap there, then the EGR can't control the particulate filter regeneration anymore. And you'll have problems with the particulate filter. That's why when we, for example, if I deactivate an EGR valve, I still leave the regeneration processes with the EGR valve active. But that happens rarely, and you can still manage with it. But I would say, during normal full load or partial load drives, it should be off. If it needs to regenerate briefly, then it can just be turned on, and it should work. Well, but that's a bit individual from vehicle to vehicle, from data set to data set, from control unit to control unit. A lot of Voragio and Mercedes regarding particulate filter regeneration. BMW uses it very rarely. These are more like the brands, where I do it the most, or where it is most in demand.
Is it simply because the EGR system is so bad in VAG? Or why is BMW less frequent with you?
No, it's exactly there too, but BMW doesn't have the problem of needing to adjust the EGR rate for a particulate filter regeneration.
Yes, a different process.
Yes, the particulate filter regeneration, such a crappy word. Yes, it just works differently. Scooter rider. It's just a tank, you know. You don't notice much of the 435 horsepower.
Yes.
Just re-register the scooter rider.
You gotta push. Yes.
It worked. That's all it needs to. You don't achieve more power through that.
But if it goes into limp mode, doesn't it? If EGR?
Oh yes, yes. But I mean now, you don't achieve more power with EGR off. That doesn't happen. There are one or two sensitive customers who said they noticed a difference. But I never noticed it. So it's not a significant difference. Practically, well, theoretically speaking, I haven't received feedback on that. Or actually, I have 2 or 3 feedbacks. Fuel consumption decreases.
Was that your BMW? From the yard? From the back lot? Was that your BMW? Did it look like it?
Which one of mine?
The 7 Series.
No, that's parked away. So, and I can also add that the consumption decreases. And if you have trouble passing an emissions test because you have a lot of particles now, an EGR valve reactivation, such annoying terms can also work. Bottom line, vehicle done, test drive completed. I wish you a nice day. The customer we were done in about 30 minutes. Yes, at most 30 minutes. What is it?
Yes, exactly 30 minutes. Pretty much exactly 30 minutes.
You have a problem with the EGR valve, you call. The link for that is in the video description. Damn, video description, but whatever. Remember, my appointments are limited. If you need something like this soon, for whatever reason, you can also send me your control unit. We do that regularly as well. And if you're coming from too far away, you can also send in your control unit. And if you're coming from too far, then soon you can use a personal flasher from us.
My question would have been, can I do it with that as well?
Yes, of course. So, in the near future, it's still in development. We're working on it and currently testing the system. You will find videos all about it very soon. We are working on personalized, personal flashers. That means you get a flasher from us. Probably not this one. Probably another one. This message is awesome. Probably another one. But with it, you have a tool. You connect the thing to the OBD connector. You need to click 2 or 3 times on your phone. This file ends up with me. I will revise it for you. You get a notification that the file is ready. You go back to your phone, press 2 or 3 times. It needs to load once and installs onto the car, and you're done. And if you think it's not running properly, need the original back or whatever, you can reconnect this thing and simply revert to the original anytime for free. It will be available in all variations with stage 1, pop in bank, and so on. So stay tuned. There is more to come on this topic. I will definitely be building a lot on this soon, and very likely there will be much less on site because our appointments are limited. I will be, well, we also have to shoot 1 or 2 videos for you. Give us feedback regarding this flasher, or rather this system. Just leave a comment below, and we'll see you in the next video.
It would probably be fun for ring drivers, right? This thing when they're at the ring.
Yes and no. Well, they tuned it for me.
Yeah? Do you still have the loop? Diddly?